The second group of people, or the second way of integrating strategy, is your operational processes. Operational processes, they say there are 4, page 48. So it talks about consistency. So when you see one Coke ad, and you see a billboard of Coke, and then you see Coke in a magazine or a newspaper, you can see that something links all those messages together. There's consistency. Often, and that's when we'll get to corporate identity, often it's your corporate identity that links all those different messages together. Okay? We'll look at some examples now. They say generate purposeful interactivity, not just mass media monologue. Now what's very important, what do you understand under monologue? Yes, Jade?
Like one.
One. Monologue is one. Monopoly, mono, one. Okay? So often the mass media sends out a mass message, one mass message to everybody. They say when we want to integrate communication, it becomes a, what's the opposite of monologue? Dialogue. It becomes a dialogue, okay? Interactive, that give and take, that two-way process of communication. Okay. Fifthly, they say, just reminding us that the mission of the organization is really important. We need to bring all of this, the integration of our communication, into the mission from the very beginning, okay? And then the last one they say there, bottom of page 48, use zero-based planning rather than adjust previous plans. Analysis and prioritization of the brand's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Your SWOT analysis should be the very starting point of any communication campaign. Okay, what's the strength of your product? What's the weaknesses? What opportunities are there for you in the market? And what's the threats for you? And then the last 4 strategies that they identify, they say it relates to the organizational infrastructure. Again, reminding us that it's not just one person or one organization in the company that deals with communication integration. It is cross-functional. Remember, your PR department, your HR, your marketing, production, all those different functions are responsible for communication integration. Okay? They talk about create core competencies rather than communication specialization. What do they mean by that? Look at number 8. They say communication managers must thoroughly understand the strengths and weaknesses of individual communication functions and methods to be able to select and apply that in the most appropriate way. Expertise in the individual fields is less valuable than a generalized expertise and the ability to plan and integrate comprehensive communication programs. Specialized skills can be outsourced. So when your organization do not have certain people with the competencies to bring these different departments together to communicate, get people from the outside in to help you, to advise you on that. Okay? They say use an integrated agency rather than a very traditional one. So when we look at integrated agency, very trendy term in a sense of bringing your technology, your traditional media, all of it together. Okay, and find creative ways, not just traditional ways, to integrate your communication. They say this point is disputed by different commentators who believe that integration should be managed within the organization, not by outside agencies. Okay, they said Duncan and Moriarty believe that a communication agency that understands integration should be selected to carry out the implementation of your communication integration. And then lastly, very, very important, is to keep track of your databases. Okay. Why are we wanting to build this relationship with the customer? Why do we want a two-way communication flow? And it is to get customers' feedback. to get to know the customer as much as possible. Who are they? Where do they live? How much do they buy? Why do they use our product? What are they happy about our product? What are they not happy with? Okay? So it's to manage and build that database, because you can use that information. And this is becoming very trendy, especially with the use of technology. Think of Facebook. We said that before. You go on Facebook, your friend announces she's getting married, you're a bridesmaid. Next thing is there's adverts on the side advertising jewelry and shoes and bridesmaids' dresses and gifts registries. And okay, it is they're using the information to create a database. Think of your Pick n Pay smart shopper card. They know where you buy the most, okay, which is your closest Pick n Pay, so more or less in which area you live. They know how much money you spend every month on groceries at Pick n Pay. They know more or less what you buy. Do you buy Handy Andy or do you buy the Pick n Pay no-name cleaner? They know how often you buy something. They know if you buy dog food or cat food. So they know that you've got a pet. Think about it, okay? And they use that information, and next time when you go and you swipe your card, there's suddenly points on cat food. Okay? Why? Because they linked your information to what you buy, and you building that relationship. Next time, or you'll phone your friends and say, listen, the cat food's on special at Pick n Pay, knowing that your friends love cat. Okay, and they're getting that message across. Does it make sense? Yes. Any questions? So the three things how we integrate communication is, firstly, we need to align our messages, planned, unplanned product and service messages. We need to know where we integrate that and what strategies we can use to do that.